All right. Hi, everybody. So I'm Megan Pacelli. I'm an Executive Regional Vice President in Nation Qual. And on the line here with Regional Vice President Eman Husney, new Regional Vice President Eman Husney, and Regional Vice President Kathy Rust. And so we all just wanted to come really quick and for anybody who we could scoop up and jump on the line, just kind of do a quick wrap of last month and of course celebrate Eman. I mean, we did this last night at what was that, like 1:30 in the morning?
It's awesome.
We were all giddy and like blank stare. But just another testimony to Eman and what an awesome leader she is. I said, want to do a live real quick? And she goes, no, I want to actually talk to people and see their faces. And, so we have so many great things to celebrate. So wanted to also just get all of you guys who are leaders and really looking to grow. And I'm glad that those of you who are actually like leaders having teams are on. So we're really going to want to filter this down through our success lines. Just all of this great stuff. So, Eman, I know you just addressed your team, but I would love for you to just kind of open up with just any words that you have, because this is such a big deal. I mean, it is huge. And we are just all so proud of you. And we knew you were going to do it, but we knew you were going to do it. And you're walking the stage. You've got to go shopping now, which is not a bad thing. You've got to go shopping for a dress, a Mercedes. You have to pick out your David Yurman. You're getting a beautiful Arbonne watch in the mail, and you are going to be promoting up-and-coming leaders to right where you are. So you are just excellent. Just so excited for you.
It's a tough life, I guess. I'm listening to this list. I'm like, honestly, guys, I think one of the most incredible thing about like these last couple of days was it really centered home to me, like who are the people that are most important to me. Just because of all the support, it was just amazing to see who was out there actually really supporting me and who, I was probably still just watching or just not really understanding, and really made a difference. Like it was so incredible to have our team feel like a team and everybody working for this one big goal. And to the very last minute, it was just really amazing. And there were so many folks that really had their best month and stuff. And so, like I said, I could not have done it without the team. And then all of you guys, like, oh my gosh, like every time you guys sent me a message or text to tell me like how much you believed in us and that we would do it. And that just like, I wanted to cry every time I saw that. I'm like, they really believe we can do it. We better do it. It's going to suck if we don't do it, So yeah, so like I said, that meant the world to me. And I just realized I have made the best friends in Arbonne. I keep thinking in my mind, like whether this works out, and it will work. But one of the most incredible things have been the relationships and the friendships, you guys. In a short period of time, I feel like I know and love so many of you guys more than folks that I've known for like years and years and years. And so guys, really lean in and, lean into the culture, go to events, attend the trainings, go to the DAs, because you're going to meet the most incredible people. It really is true what they say. You're like the culmination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. These people are awesome. That was one of the first things I noticed when I went to my first Arbonne event Impact. I was like, what are these people drinking or smoking? I swear they're all so nice and positive. I was like, this is really weird. But the people are genuine. It's not a fakeness or anything like that. And so, I want to thank you guys all so much for supporting my team. I love you guys. And I'm looking forward to what's to come. And I'm hoping that I don't trip or fall. Kathy, you're going to have to give me some advice, and Megan, so I don't trip and fall in front of all those people. It's scary. That's a lot of people to walk in front of. Oh my God. I just realized that. I was like, I'm not going to curse, but I was like, oh my God. People, that's a lot of people.
It is intimidating, but you'll be fine. Just think about when you have to speak in front of them. So, well, really, man, we're so proud of you, everybody. This is amazing. So, we do have a new area manager on the team as well. So, Jamie Harina finished area manager, and so she's having her own team training call tonight, since this is not a standard call night. So she's doing that. So feel free to reach out to her and congratulate her, but it's really exciting. So she'll be attending the area manager lunch at GTC. And just wanted to go through some recognition. And Kathy and I just wrapped all this together. So if I miss anybody, I am so sorry. Reach out to me and just be like, you missed me. We'll make sure that you get all of what's coming to you. But I checked it over pretty well. So and then we're going to talk about what's really going to build your businesses and give you some ideas of how to go out there and find business builders. So we want this to be just really impactful. We're going to have you guys off of here no more than 20 minutes. Because Debbie Neal has a call starting out the month that I posted on Nations and Beyond, and you guys might be on her page, but that starts at 9, and I would highly recommend getting some Debbie Neal. She said tonight she's going to speak into us, and Debbie Neal, for her to say that when like she never does that, so I'm excited for tonight. Okay, so perfect brick earners in our entire success line from April. So I did my brick, Eman did her brick. Jamie Harina did her brick. JC Allen out in Colorado did her brick. Hannah Rust did her brick. Michelle Lloyd did her brick. Leah Harvey did her brick. And Cecile Brizuela did her brick. And if I'm missing anybody, please, you guys speak up. District manager bonus. We had Kim Simpson, Monica Bazin, Mandy Haletzi Partnership, Mondre, Leah Harvey, Jamie Harina, Teresa Glass, Inez Oboya, Sylvia Novak, and Rachel Warnick all did their DM bonus, and I did my DM bonus as well. I'll throw myself in there. I'm like, yes, I did do that. Okay, we had that incentive for the people who did their perfect brick and their district manager to get those beautiful Kendra Scott earrings. And all of you guys will be at GTC, so I'm just going to bring those and gift those at GTC. We had JC Allen, Hannah Rust, Eman Husney, Leah Harvey, Jamie Harina, and I got those two. So you guys, we're going to be wearing some rockin' jewelry. Top personal sponsoring was JC Allen and Eman Husney. We have district manager qualifications. We have Sydney Walker and Rachel Warnick. And then Kathy, you sent me yours, and I actually didn't write them down. So give me 1 second, you guys. We also have in calls for DM, Heather Kennedy in New Zealand, Sharon Peterson, Bonnie Webb, and Elizabeth Looper. So lots of great stuff going on. And Eman or Kathy, please put in the chat if I'm missing anybody. Okay, cool. So just lots to recognize. And I'm glad we did this tonight so I can make sure to get on getting you guys those incentives. And for the perfect brick, we'll go ahead and get that call scheduled with Deanna Heron, and I'm sure she'll breathe some major life into us this month. May is a huge month with GTC, you guys. It always is. In fact, I went back and looked at numbers for our entire success line last year. So last year, GTC was in April. So our revenue as a team, and this will just give you some perspective as far as how much we've grown over the year. So in March of last year, we did 69,000. And in April of last year, we did 114,000. So GTC month breathes some major life into our businesses. That was 1 month difference. Isn't that pretty crazy? And then if you were to kind of look at this month before GTC versus last month, 69,000, and we ended this month at just about 134,000. So that is a tremendous amount of growth in the business in 1 year. So it's just get your vision going, you guys, because it's amazing what can happen in your business in 1, 5, 10 years. It's just like, you just have to keep going. So so sponsoring is on our minds, and you guys, we have to go out and find new people to add to our networks in our business. And everybody is going to do this a little bit different. Some people are going to do it more on social media. Some people are going to meet more people out and about. Some people already have huge networks, but sponsoring is where it's at. And tonight I want to talk about the skill of scheduling, because I believe if you schedule, the sponsoring will come. All right. So just reaching out to people, and Kathy Russ did this really when she started her business. Lynn had an incentive going where anyone who reached out and talked to 100 people about, I think it was 100 people. No, it was a challenge, like a 30 ask challenge or something going on, that we'd get a Tiffany's bracelet. And it was Kathy's first month, I believe, in starting her business. And Kathy reached out to 96 people in her first month in Arbonne. And that propelled her to area manager within 2 months. I mean, officially her start month, she just kind of placed her start order 2 months. So that was her official. 2 months later, she was 2 or 3 months later, a new area, which that's pretty quick in Arbonne. And it was really that first month, all of those conversations. And I remember a lot of it was just reaching out to people and like re-engaging, warming up the relationship, and just grabbing coffee. A lot of it was coffee appointments. And she was doing a lot of it without me. And Kathy, I know I'm speaking for you. Kathy's been recovering from a concussion, so she's just laying low and listening. I even remember after I sponsored her, and I was hearing from her, she goes, yeah, I'm having all of these coffees. I'm up to, like 54, and nothing was happening. No one was joining. She was getting some orders. I was like, what is going on? I hope she doesn't quit, thinking that nobody's going to do this. But her vision was huge. And I want to share some verbiage that I've learned from Kathy, and it's my favorite in her Aussie accent. I think one of her favorite things to say, and this will serve you very well, is, and you can do it too. That's it. And you can do it too. So I can just imagine those coffee appointments. I was at some of them, but a lot of them, like I said, on her own. She was just telling the Arbonne story, and she was painting the vision. When she started the business, she was the first person I'd ever sponsored who believed that she could be a regional vice president in Arbonne. And it was maybe our second, kind of coaching appointment. We were looking through the compensation plan, and maybe it was our first, kind of like, where do you see yourself? And she's like, well, I see myself right there at national vice presidents. And that's one is up for the taking, because that $23,000 a month, why would you settle for anything less if that one's there for the taking? So that's where I see myself. And I was like, wow. So you have got to see yourself there right now, even if you don't truly believe. I think it's funny because we believe when we take a job with an employer that paycheck is going to show up and that there's going to be opportunity for us at that company. It's just how we're wired in Western culture. We go work for companies, we go get our degree, go work for the company, they give us a paycheck. And we believe that we're going to show up that day, we're going to have a career, they're going to pay us money. But for some reason, when we know the success and Arbonne is there, we don't believe it the same. And I do believe that Kathy just has such an entrepreneurial spirit. So for her, it was just very much like, why not? Because she'd done kind of entrepreneurial endeavors in the past. But you have to believe that it is there. The compensation is laid out by Arbonne, how many people are at each level, what the compensation is, and it is real. Like Amanda was just saying to her team, it is real. I remember seeing the numbers when we talk about district managers make between $200 and $1,500 per month. I remember being a district and seeing all of that ticking up. And I was like, great, I'm around that $600 now. And, in a couple months, I'd be at like $850. I was like working my way right up that, what they say people make. And I remember when I moved on from area manager to region, we say that you earn anywhere from $1,000 to $4,500 a month. And Iman's paycheck is killer insane because she has such a huge client base. And in Arbonne, you make a lot of money on what you sell directly. But my paycheck when I was leaving area manager was like $5,800 or something like that. So, and I was like, there it is, right on that pay scale, anywhere from $1,000 to $4,500. And my last paycheck before becoming a region was that like $5,800. Okay. And so you just see it, grow throughout the levels. So you have to really believe it and just lean in, and you have to schedule. So I believe if you schedule, the rest of it will come. So you want to schedule for different things. So you do need to warm up relationships and get to know people. Sometimes they will join you without doing that. I find, Eman, you do coffee appointments. You're going to talk about that. So you want to get coffee appointments on the books. You want to get phone conversations on the books. You want to get Zoom appointments for people who just don't have time to get coffee with you, like get them on a Zoom. You want to have people go to DAs. You want to have them listen to things like DAs. And I'm actually going to pass it on to Eman now because she has been doing a tremendous amount of activity in the asking for the sponsoring in the last year. And that is why she's a regional vice president right now. So Eman, I'm going to pass it to you on what are the things that you've been scheduling and that you've been asking for, because you're a scheduling beast, and especially with how busy you are.
Okay, before I get there, I just have to share something. I am about to blow up. So I prospected someone about a year and a half ago, She is a complete rock star. She was about to sign up until she realized that she actually had to buy product. And I have been after her for forever. And I just got a message. Okay, what's the plan? LOL. Let's hear this Arbonne business once more. So guys, do not ever give up. Seriously, like people are watching you. It's incredible. Like I think people are just watching to see if it actually works. And that's why I kind of had gotten on live today, because I want people to know, I mean, this really works. Like we're normal people and it actually works. So I just had to share that with you guys. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, okay, what do I say? I've like been doing this 3.5 years and I'm still like, what do I say? So I have to intentionally go out there and find ways to meet people because I'm in the office all day long and I honestly cannot prospect my patients to do the business with me. And with my schedule being so busy, I have to really be on purpose. And I think if you guys are on purpose, and you get out of your comfort zone, you're gonna meet rock stars all over the place. Like today, I willed myself to ask the barista for her phone number. She's been very friendly every time I go in there, and I just said, you know what, you are super friendly. I know I'm in my scrubs, I am a doctor, but I have this incredible health and wellness business that I work outside of my practice. Would you be open to hearing more? And then I just asked them for their phone numbers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When I was on vacation, we were waiting to get massages and we started up a conversation with someone and it turns out she lives in DC. So I exchanged phone numbers with her. Same thing. There was this girl and her husband, so cute. They just got married. They were sitting at our dinner table, asked them where they were from. She's from Canada, and he's from like Connecticut. And then I didn't say anything else. And I'm like, oh God, I hope I run into her again. And she was sitting behind my husband and my kids on the airplane. I was like, bummer. I was like on the other side. And then when we got to the airport, they ended up like going to get food from the same place. So kind of chatted with her and I'm like, you know what, screw this. I went up to their table and I said, listen, I know this is going to sound weird, but I just felt like we have a connection. Would you be open to friending me on Facebook and stuff? She's like, oh my God, yeah. And she like, we're from similar areas in the like background and stuff. She's like, I want to just give you a hug. And I was like, okay. So guys, put yourself out there. This was a very hard thing for me. I am like, if you know people who know me well, like I'm not like that person. I'm very shy, like I don't necessarily, it really is an effort to go out there and do that. But like, I just keep remembering my why and I'm like, I have to do this. And then I try to like say, okay, what would Debbie Neal do? That's what Kim and I always say, like, what would Debbie Neal do? And I do that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that Mel Robbins talks about. You just have to do it because worst case scenario, they don't call you, they say no, and you've got to think about it. I was like, I'll never see her again if I don't ask. So kind of get out of your comfort zone. I do try to do a lot of vendor events, and you can find things in the community. You can go on Eventbrite, especially if you're going to things that are health related. I usually focus on the 30-day. I find that's a little bit easier than the skincare. And I just talk to people. I have protein balls there. It's the way that I get people to come to the table. Hey, do you want to try a yummy protein ball? It starts up conversation. And then I tell them about, I've got this really great 30-day clean eating program. Have you ever thought about doing one? And so you're trying to make some kind of connection, try to find out, what they do, little things. And then I write that on their slip so that I can remember. So when I contact them again, it's great because sometimes you can actually meet other people through that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it just gets you out there meeting people. I go to networking events also, so like it can meet people. Actually, one of our new team members, she's not on the call today, Megan Thomas, I met at a networking event. I did not get to talk to her at all. She was actually the coordinator of the event, but I just got this, I was like, she would be so awesome at this. She's just so friendly and so sweet. So I messengered her and I said, hey, listen, I really wish I had gotten an opportunity to talk to you more. Thank you so much for getting this event together. I would love to talk to you more. We had coffee. And now I think it was back in November or October, and she just joined the team this month. So guys, you just have to put yourself out there and be in situations where you can talk to people. How I fit this in in every little nook and cranny I have. So during my lunch hour, I go to meet people for lunch or for coffee. I do phone calls there. After work, sometimes I'll make myself sit at the office for like an hour because I know if I go home, I'll get distracted and I'll just have my list of people that I need to call, whether they answer the phone or not. I do things on the weekend, most of those things like the vendor events. You just have to make yourself do it. Guys, believe me, after a long day of patience, the last thing I want to do is do any other kind of work. Like I would rather just go home and be in my PJs and hang with my husband and my kids. But I don't, because I know that I have to build this business for my life to change. And so I've got to be a little bit uncomfortable now so that my life is going to be so awesome later. Like I will have choices. If I keep putting it off, it's just going to take longer, and I cannot wait. You guys have to really feel like I cannot wait. I do not want what's going. I mean, you can have a great life. I don't want to complain. I mean, gosh, you know, we don't have a lot of worries that a lot of people have, but you know, if I don't change anything, I'm going to be working those 60 to 80 hours a week, and I don't want that. Like every time we go on vacation, I'm like, I was telling JC, I was like, I would love to do this once a weekend every month. Just be able to get on a plane and go to the beach. Like, how awesome would that be? And you can do that with Arbonne, guys. So help that to motivate you and read your whys. Teresa was saying that she reads her why every day. That is so important because that is what is going to get you through every day. And you know, through the hard times, everyone hears no. Oh my God, Ashley Strong, MVP Ashley Strong was telling us that she's been keeping track in her 3 years. She's had like 100 no's. So you're in good company if you're getting no's. I'm sorry, I'm digressing. All right, I'm going to tell you a couple, two quick things. I was talking to Angela, our National Vice President, Angela Medeiros, earlier today. So kind of in the theme of getting out and sponsoring, that should be our goal this month, guys. We really hit our networks pretty hard these last 2 months, so we need to meet new people. So if you're thinking about going district manager, you need at least 10 new PCs and ICs a month. If you're thinking about going into Region Qual, it's 40 new PCs or ICs. And if you're thinking of going nation, it's 160. I'm going for the 160. I don't know about you guys, but seriously, like break it down. There's 30 days. So that's what, like, I don't know, five and a half people a day. You know, if you even start with 1 to 2 people a day, you're like 30 to 60 people, okay? But start early in the month, guys. We cannot do what we've been doing. We cannot do this last minute thing because I will have a heart attack. Do this again, seriously. So start early, start sponsoring, use what's going on. I've been sharing that with you. Use your people. Say, oh my gosh, my sponsor, somebody on our sister team just promoted to the regional vice president level, and our own regional vice president is in qualification for the top level national vice president. You know, they make $20,000+ a month. Use that information so that people realize that these are real people. And use us. We are here. I'm like telling you guys, get us on phone calls with the people that you want to have in your business. Okay, we are here for you guys. Just do it. I probably went over my time, but
no, you're amazing. I'm gonna wrap. Man, you're amazing, guys. She's such a national vice president. This is what happens in Arbonne. People just rise. You're amazing. So, thank you for sharing all of this. And I just wanted to wrap up with, thank you for sharing the numbers. It's 10, 20, 40, 60. District, area, region, nation. And she is doing an incentive this month for us. The top sponsoring person for consultants, $500 from her for consultants sponsored. This does not include PCs. So consultant sponsored with 250 QV or ASVP order. All right. So go for it. And she challenged me kind of personally. I'm just saying. She was like, so she's like, and I'm in it too, so you're gonna have to beat me. And it was really cute. I was like, so I'm gonna have to beat you. so we're going for it. And this is do the scheduling. Like if you don't know where to start, just pick up the phone or text message and just start scheduling the coffee appointments, the phone calls, the catch up, the social media, because people are gonna say, how's Arbonne going? Because they know you're in it. They're on Facebook. They're going to say, oh, I saw you started that thing. And this is how that conversation is going to go. yeah, it's going so great. You should see what's going on this team. My vision is huge. Friends of mine in the business who I've worked alongside, they're going, to the VP levels and beyond. Here's some really great information about who's going to be walking the stage at GTC from just the success line that we've been a part of for the time, for 9 years. So from Lynn Puana down, we have Angela Medeiros, who promoted to National Vice President. We have Dina Kretzer, National Vice President. Kristen Gladhill, Amber Fry, Rachel Canfield, and Lindsay Schwartz, all walking as new regional vice presidents in 1 year. And we're just getting started. So it is something to talk about. So just get that conversation going with them over coffee. And then you're going to look at them and you're going to say, think of Kathy Rust, and you can do it too. I've been thinking about you. You would be so great at this. I would love to have you on my team. And if it's somebody you've talked to about the business before, just ask them, what's keeping you from doing this with me? And it's usually something very something very simple. And you're going to be surprised. It's probably going to be like, well, I don't have the money to get started right now. Or I don't know, I feel like I couldn't afford that. Or I don't know how I'd have the time. I have so much on my plate. But at least you have that starting point to have that conversation with them. All right. But you have to get the conversation started for it to close. And Debbie Neal is going to be starting here in 2 seconds. So I wanted you guys to know about that challenge that Angela put out. But sponsoring new consultants into our business is going to be what takes us to that next level. And you guys, we are still in qualification for National Vice President for Nation as a team. And this is a huge month for us. I really want to work on the things as a team that's going to build us all up and allow us all to rise. So let's work on this sponsoring, the numbers that Eman just put out, this challenge that Angela put out, just that focus around this, these questions, this scheduling. Take the stress of what's going to happen during these conversations off the plate and just schedule. All right, that helps me to get into major activity. Take the ideas of what Eman's doing to get in front of people, and let's just get it done. And we're gonna do this meeting right now. I'm gonna put it out on Nations and Beyond. You guys can share it with your teams. This is gonna be our overall success line meeting for the month, and then we'll do another one right after GTC. All right, but we're not gonna do the standing Monday calls right now. Just too much going on this month. And we're going to work with our central regions because we have a new regional vice president with Eman. We have a very strong, vice president here with Kathy, and we have our central regions. So we're going to kind of break it out into smaller groups and do some more tight coaching there. And I wanted to make sure you guys also knew that Kim Simpson and Hannah Rust are in area manager qual, just in case I didn't say that. So, and one last statistic. Out of 10 people you ask to join your team, 1 will join. That's across the board, no matter your skill level. All right, so that's kind of the Arbonne statistic. So you've got to get out there and ask 40 people to get 4 new consultants on your team, those 40 faces. All right, all comes back to that. So Eman, am I missing anything?
I think so. The only thing is for the consultant's account, they have to buy at least 1 ASV. Okay, in that challenge, so you've got to have at least a 250 or a 250 order, she said.
Right.
So I can't just sign somebody up without them ordering at least a 250 order. But besides that, no.
Okay, guys, cool. Well, I'm so excited to see you all who will be in Las Vegas. We're gonna have a blast, and let's go join Debbie Neal and get spoken into.
Yes.
So congratulations, Eman. Congratulations, team. That we've had the most amazing 2 months. Oh, and actually, just real quick, I talked to Andy Arby today. And she was like, how are you guys doing? And she reminded me, going nation is a marathon, and we're going. Our team is now reaching those numbers where we're bouncing up against it. So we just need to massage this thing, and it's going to raise up. But we're going there regardless, you guys. So just let's lean in, let's build each other, let's build these businesses and get more people in and to promote up, and that's it. So love you, and thank you so much for just everything. You guys, you are an amazing team. So have a great night, and I'll get this posted. Bye, you guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Megan. Night.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Eman.
Night. Bye. Thank you.
Congratulations, Eman. You rock. Woo!
Thank you.
Awesome team. Woo!
Good night.
Good night. Bye. Bye, Mandy. Bye,
Bye.
Andy.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.